In your tenure on the sidelines, which coach have you stolen the most from? You know, all coaches are thieves. We all see somebody, see something, we take it with us. Which coach do you think you've stolen the most from?
Oh, I see, Coach Cluse.
Okay.
That's easy. You know, I've stolen one or two things maybe from this person and that person, but as a whole, Coach Cluse. Like I'll go back now and I'll watch film from old games that I have. I watched it when he was at Iona. I watched when he was at CW Post. Like that's where I'm getting this. Like it works.
Absolutely,
it works. It's proven that it works. And Coach Cluse was ahead of his time, man.
Yeah. The
tempo that we played at, the 5 out, the 4 out, 1 in. Coach Cluse was ahead of his time. The read and react, like he was ahead of his time, man. He
was. He had high major coaches copying some of his stuff during his run at Iona.
Listen, he had high major coaches coming into our open gyms writing stuff down when we were working out at St. Mary's.
Outside of Cluse, who are some of your great coaching influences today? Guys that you call up, or guys that, you know, if they're speaking at a clinic you might want to attend. Who are some of your great coaching influences today outside of Coach Cluse?
Wow, that's a good question. It's not many. I'm more. I believe in, like, so for me it's Coach Granby, Coach Cluse, Coach Kerr when he was at Holy Cross. Like, I've been fortunate in those teachings, right, where those guys are so good that those things are relatable today. I may see a play or a defense, side out, inbounds under, something like that, where, you know, I'll take that. But as far as influences, not many. To be honest with you, I can't think of one. I have a lot of colleagues who, you know, we'll talk basketball. I'll talk basketball with Bud. I'll talk basketball with Tiny. I'll talk basketball with KP. I'll talk basketball with Ryan Queen. Corey Simple at Construction. You know, Abdul Torrance at TMA. You know, we'll talk basketball. Yeah. But influence wise, it's more or less guys that I've played for. Right. That you know, I will take those things that I liked, that I didn't like. You know what I mean? Because some of the things I didn't like, I didn't like them for certain reasons. Doesn't mean they weren't good. Right. I'll just transition those things into
remix it.
Yeah.
I got you. Best player that you've played against. And when I say best player, it doesn't have to be how their career panned out, but someone that you maybe went back to your block and you like, yo, dude was
I played against, or I coached against.
You played against.
I don't know. My class was crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. That 93 class was crazy. Man, that's a tough one.
Or who did you think was the best at that point in time when, yo, man, this is who I think is the best when I'm on the court with them?
You gonna laugh. I ain't respect nobody. No. I'm not gonna say I didn't respect them, but I'm like, yo, listen. Man, that class was loaded, bro. Jamal Robinson, Charles Jones, Selden Jefferson, Sherwin Anderson, Shandu McNeil. Like, I don't know. It was a war every night, man.
No one stood above the rest to you.
They was all nice. Kev Simmons, Sunshine, that class was loaded, man. Like, I honestly think it would be unfair to pick one dude because they were all killers. They literally were dogs.
Bill taking the easy way out.
Man. No, I'm trying to think. Like, we talking 93 here, man.
It could have been a dude. You might have thought the dude you played against that was in the class of 94 was better than dudes in 93. You might thought someone in 92 was better. I don't know. Who you felt was the best dude that you tied your shoes, and when you took your shoes off, you're like, God damn, this dude, he got some.
Bro.
Alright,
give me a minute. We might have come back to that.
Alright. Which player, now this is as a coach on the AAU grassroots side, which player gave you the most work that you just remember vividly going back to the hotel? Yo, this dude, man.
DJ Augustin. So I was coaching the Panthers 17U, and we had Bob Gibbons. At that time, Bob Gibbons was
cream of the crop.
Yes. So first of all, I'm a diehard Carolina fan. So the fact that I'm coaching on Carolina's floor already got me hyped the gas, like I'm about to play. Like
you were a young boy at the time too, so
what? Yeah. I gotta see if I can find a picture. I think there's a picture of me laying on a half. I kid you not, like yo, bro. I'm serious. You gonna have me go back? I gotta call my aunt. She keeps all the photos. I know I had a photo of me laying on half court of the Smiths. So we were playing New Orleans Jazz. And Gary and I laugh about this to this day. At that time, Tasman Mitchell was the #1 player in the country. So I'm a firm believer in I like to put the battery in my players' backs. So I'm talking to Danny before the game, like, yo, that's your matchup. You want A, B, or C? That's where you got to take it from, right? Didn't know who DJ Augustin was. Gary claims he knew who DJ Augustin was, but you didn't tell me. So my focus was Tasman Mitchell. I knew who he was from the rankings.
Right.
Long story short, got Danny, Tyson, Tyrone, Kaheen. We shutting Tasman down. Unbeknownst to me, is Mr. DJ Augustin. He starts cooking Chris Lowe and Marcus Cox. And he got so hot, there was no cooling him off. I think we lost in the Final Four, and he had a 30 ball, maybe 36, something like that. From that day forward, I knew who DJ Augustin was. So I would say, yeah. You know what? That's one of the things, even with AAU wise, I've always prided myself on not getting beat by the other team's best players.
Right.
You know, that's my philosophy. Like, if we're going to lose, them other guys are going to have to beat us. But yeah, I definitely didn't do my homework on that one. I didn't.
Got you. Now, as a high school coach, which player impressed you the most? Doesn't have to be the dude with the biggest name, but like a dude that you, after that game, you like, God damn, where that came from? Or it could have been a dude with a big name that just had a miraculous performance. But as a high school coach, who really you really had to tip your hat to after their performance?
Man, I mean, we had wars with guys got off, but like, I don't know, we wasn't with it, man. Like, I'm telling you, my wings boys is tough, man. We wasn't having any of that. As you can see, Randy guarded Dwayne Bacon, and they shut him down for the whole first half of the Dick Sporting Good Invitational. But my guys had pride, man. We was like, and like I said, a lot of main dudes didn't kill us because we took them away. But I know Shamorie Pons had a solid game against us in the Final Four that year.
I feel like Mike had a really good first half. I don't know if
Mike Taylor.
Yeah.
No, Mike Taylor. So it was. Nah, man, we ain't gonna talk about that. we ain't gonna do that. But no, Mike Taylor had a good game against us, and Thaddeus Hall had a good game against us. I mean, there's guys that had good games against us, of course.
Nobody in your mind had a performance that like just really sticks out to you, like.
As an individual, no. As a team, that high team that blitzed us that year, we was down 32. Like, man, that might be my lowest moment as a coach. Like, I pride myself on being prepared, mentally and physically, and we weren't prepared. We definitely were not prepared that game.
That's real, man. Who's been the toughest opposing coach during your tenure on the sidelines? Whether it's high school, whether it's guys that you always seen repetitively in AAU, who's been the toughest coach on the opposing sideline?
Coach Mathis.
What made Mathis, rest in peace, what made Mathis so tough?
He's a basketball savant. That 1-1-3, that 2-2-1, like, I've seen even on his weaker teams, I knew we had to be prepared, because they're going to be disciplined, they're going to execute on both ends of the floor, they're going to play hard, and we fought so long on the court like that, in a good way.
Right.
I knew what he's going to do, and he knew what I was going to do. So now it's just a matter of whose guys can get deeper into their stuff. And it was, it wasn't until the last couple of years where Kennedy began to fall off that, it became one-sided. But, I mean, even when we were winning, it was still battles.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Bill, man, I appreciate you sitting down with us on Rip and Go, man, answering all our questions and taking this time, man, and sit down with us for this interview, my man.
Nah, I appreciate you having me. You definitely got me thinking of some questions that I need to figure the answers out too. Like the best player, the best, like wow, that stuff I never think about, man. Like, but it's been fun. I enjoyed it.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.